What's up, everybody? It's your boy French Cooking. Welcome back to the channel, and this is Make Beats for Free on MPC. Today's free VST is called 80s DrumStar by SampleScience. Sometimes the name says it all, and this is one of those times. These are 80s drums. So if you've ever been interested or curious in making anything from, let's say, like Whitney Houston type music back in the 80s, all the way up to more recently with the Weeknd's like retro synthwave pop type of music, go ahead and grab this VST. I figured I got a whole bunch of these vinyls, so I'm gonna find a sample that I like and see what I can create. Shout out Donna Summer, Queen of Disco, RIP. Let's go, baby. Okay, so I found my sample, I chopped it up. Actually, you know what? Let me play the original sample. That's all you get. So I removed the vocal from the sample. I sped it up by a lot. I also pitched it up a couple semitones, and I chopped it up by region, as I was saying before. The drums are actually pretty on grid, so I don't really have to clean it up at all. And anything that is offbeat will just add to the swing. Now I can start choosing the drum sounds that I want and laying them down. You can start with whatever you want, hi-hats, kicks. I like to start with the snare. I think I'm actually going to layer that snare with the clap as well, which is right below it. So just highlight everything, hold Alt, drag it down, and maybe lower the velocity a little bit. Next, I'm going to do the kick. And finally, your hats. Since we're going for an 80s synthesized type of sound, I'm not going to worry too much about, pulling some of the hats off grid or whatever, but I did alternate the velocity between each hat. And whenever there's an open hat, I also delete the hi-hats under it. I'm actually going to add just a touch of reverb. It's not ideal that my kick is in the same track, but, it's not the end of the world. We could be a little bit different. I just find it sauces it up a lot more. Now to really 80s this bitch up, I got Tube Synth pulled up, which is not a free VST, but I'm just using a simple saw wave for this. I just got a crazy wave of deja vu. It reminds me of the theme song for a show called Fashion Television. I don't know if it was only in Canada, but wow, man, it's just a wave of nostalgia. For this type of beat, you're going to want to use a live bass. And for that, I have Labs, my go-to, pulled up, and I'm using the Warm Bass Amp preset from the Bass Guitar Sound Pack. I really like that sample. I think it sounds great. I think it's perfect for a Weeknd type of beat, but I do feel like I need to switch up the sample at some point in the verse just to give the listener a break. So I extracted another piece from the whole sample and chopped it up just like I did before, pitched it up, sped it up, and this is what it sounds like. complement that piece of the sample, I have a string that I'm going to use, but it's not like your typical violin or cello type of string. It's a very processed, synthesized type of string from SynthMaster player. Sticking with that same theme, now I have SynthMaster 1 pulled up, and I'm going to use this ARP London sound. I decided I wanted to spice up the bass a little bit, so on top of the live bass, I'm also going to be using this synth bass right here. I had a little bit of fuzz wall on top of that. If you have this plugin from Air Music, please use it. And I'm just following the same pattern as the bass. With a few accents, of course. It should be just about done. I think I'm going to give it just a few more accents to really make you feel like you're back in the 80s, but otherwise, this was a lot of fun to make. If you like this beat and it piqued your interest in making these retro type of beats, go ahead and download 80s DrumStar from SampleScience. SampleScience never misses, man. They make great plugins. I hope you learned something from this tutorial, but you know the drill. I'll be back next week with another one. Until then, keep producing, baby. Mexico!